Hey guys, Hal here coming at you with our very first movie ranking video. Thank you for clicking on this video and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving into the world of the last son of Krypton himself, Superman. I'm going to be ranking 6 of his big screen adventures from worst to best. And yes, I'm going to be honest, even if it hurts. So let's get to it. So, no messing around. Let's get this one out of the way. Coming in at number 6 is going to be Superman 4, A Quest for Peace. This one had budget cuts, clunky effects, and a villain named Nuclear Man. The film did have its heart in the right place with its anti-nuclear message, but ultimately was a real low point for the franchise, and not even Christopher Reeve could save this one. So Superman 4, Quest for Peace comes in at number 6. Now, this may surprise some, but coming in at number 5 is going to be 2006's Superman Returns. Now, Brandon Routh did an excellent job of channeling the iconic Christopher Reeve portrayal of Superman, but I felt like that this film was more like a tribute rather than a whole fresh take on Superman. Now, it is beautifully shot, but it is very slow paced, and it didn't pack the punch that audiences were hoping for after 2 decades away from the big screen. I thought that Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor was very lackluster, and so was the story as a whole. I think we did miss Superman having a very, big main villain to fight or go up against. What we saw from Kevin Spacey was just like a not a very good version, really, of Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor, in my opinion. So that's why Superman Returns comes in at number 5. And coming in at number 4 is going to be Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. Now, he rebooted it with a darker, more edgier take on Superman, but he also divided the fans in the process. Henry Cavill brought a brooding and powerful Superman, and the fight at the end in Metropolis is absolutely epic. I thought Henry Cavill's portrayal of Superman was really good. I even really grew to love the suit. And over the years, I've also really, started to enjoy that film. I think I just prefer a campier, more cartoony version of Superman. And I think that just leads back to my nostalgia for the character. I think the controversial ending and the overall muted tone of the film really stopped this movie from soaring to greatness. Now, before I continue to number 3, just remember that this is my ranking of the Superman films, and I know that not everyone's going to agree with me, because this one is going to be very controversial. But coming in at number 3 is going to be Superman 3. Now, hear me out. I know this film gets a lot of flack, but it is very fun. And I do think that this is brushed off on me just because of my nostalgia for it. But what puts it in this place is the fact that Christopher Reeve plays Superman and Clark Kent, and they fight each other in that iconic junkyard scene. Sometimes I wish I could pull that scene out of this film and put it in another one, because it's brilliant. I mean, there's so many scenes actually in this film that I really do like. I just wish that they did manage to fit Lex Luthor in this film, maybe take out Richard Pryor and not have him so much in the forefront of this film. But I always really enjoy it, even for its, sometimes real slapstick comedy style that it has. So coming in at number 3 for me is going to be Superman 3. I can't help it. I love it. And that then leaves us with 2. And coming in at number 2 is the one where it all started, Superman the movie. The film that really did make me believe a man could fly. Christopher Reeve was Superman. He's charming, heroic, and sincere. It's iconic and magical, and it still holds up today. I'll never forget the first time I heard that John Williams theme, absolute goosebumps. So number 2 is Superman the movie, 1978. And so coming in at number 1 is going to be Superman 2. Now, whether you prefer the theatrical version or the Richard Donner cut, this movie brought us action, emotion, and a villain showdown that we all were waiting for. This film is brilliant from start to finish. I personally prefer the theatrical version because that's the one that I did grow up with. So I love the whole Christopher Reeve doing his iconic change in the alley, flying off to Paris to go and save Lois Lane from the bomb on Eiffel Tower, and then him flying that out into space and releasing General Zod and his goons from the Phantom Zone. This film is just everything that you want from a Superman film. I still think actually some of the graphics do hold up really quite well considering it was done so many years ago. And for me, this was really at the pinnacle of any superhero film until we really started to get into the noughties and they started to make a lot of them. For me, this was just brilliant and iconic. So coming in at number 1 for me is going to be Superman 2. So there you go, guys. That's been my ranking of all the Superman films so far. Do you agree with my ranking or totally disagree? You put your lists in the comment section below and let me know. I'm probably going to revisit this ranking once James Gunn's Superman film has been released. I'm going to be watching that on the first day of its release and reviewing it. So once I've done that, I'll probably get round to then, re-ranking and seeing where that is then in my, my rankings so far. So I really do hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been my first time doing a ranking video, so I hope I've not messed it up too much. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious